Welcome, and this is Wild and Crazy, and off topic. I've only posted one video on this channel, and I thought I'd post something new. So I was just watching this video on spiders, and really surprisingly, most of these spiders and what we know about them was a myth, and it made me very much more appreciative of spiders, and I already had been. I already had a respect for the spider, but I'd say it's a little greater now. But, however, the person in the article was saying that they would probably not recognize us and just view us as a part of the environment, a moving part and something to avoid, and would never seek us out, and not even in the bed, as we sometimes believe we're being bit by spiders. And I swear I've been bit by spiders, especially it seems like two little punctures right next to each other. But regardless, my point is that he said he thought they would not recognize us and we would just be part of the environment. And yet I feel like I have communicated or communed with many creatures, great and small, and had a connection, even with very small creatures, even with what I feel to be spiders with 6 eyes. And yet what created that recognition? Yes, I was just some massive creature and it was a tiny creature, but what made the connection, I believe, is the shine or the light in the eyes. And this is the one part of our entire body as creatures that shines. And it shines because it is a very special part of our body that has many complexities. And it reflects, in short, like a mirror, light, where the skin would not reflect and shine light. And so now, perhaps initially you look at a small creature and it recognizes the light. And all animals are attracted, and creatures and insects and moths are attracted to light and recognize light, and it plays a vital role in their lives. And now, in some instances, the light can just seem unintelligent, like a light bulb, and would be just treated as something of the environment. But I think what really gets to us is when the light has consciousness and seems to interact with us. And now I believe the spider would recognize us, and obviously us to them, and you could make a deeper connection through the light that exists in all creatures. And suddenly add the consciousness and a new relationship is possible. And, here, what are we reflecting? I'm reflecting, the spider is reflecting the sun's light. And we look at the sun, and just to go further, could the sun be reflecting? And it seems there's always this level, one step beyond and above, another step beyond and below. And all this just really got me to thinking about perhaps a bigger picture. And I think that really it would come down to the intentions behind this light. And intentions, I believe, penetrate everything. And I think that is why even in the Bible, where Jesus tells us if we only had as much faith as a mustard seed. This is emphasizing the power of intentions. And I think often we go on living our lives and not realizing the power of these intentions. And yet sometimes we use them directly. In the case with a small spider, we might greet the spider or bless the spider. And I believe it would also sense our intentions, just like the frequencies that are emitted from all of our thoughts and intentions. And when I speak of the frequency related to intentions, there's many examples, but I often point to the work of Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher. And what Masaru did is he played different music and wrote different words on the sides of water samples. And then he froze the samples and looked at them under a microscope. And what he noticed was they formed different patterns and crystallization. And the ones with positive intentions or words of truth had beautiful patterns. And ones of negative intentions and music with negative and unpleasant intention did not form beautiful crystals. In fact, formed very disfigured blobs, and very similar to when the water was placed in a microwave and photographed under this microscope. It also did not form crystals, but was very deformed. And so I think we can use such things as a test to either test truth, test words, or music, or intentions. And I think that we as humans have this built in, and we do. We feel it. But oftentimes the world we live in requires that we also dismiss a lot of the things that we feel. And yet, this is a proof of the power of intention. Again, the same thing that a small spider could recognize. And if he could do these experiments with water, and we see how these words and these intentions and this music affects water structurally, then we can begin to understand the power, for the good or for the bad, of intentions, and perhaps begin to use them in a more positive way, and be cautious of the ways that we're using them in an unbeneficial way, unintentionally. Well, I guess that's it for today. I do hope you enjoyed, and do have a blessed day, and please like, comment, and subscribe.